explore the rich heritage of South Africa through its fascinating coinage. This collection highlights some of the most iconic coins from the 1960s, each reflecting the country's history, culture, and artistry. Starting with the 1961 coin, which marks the early years of the Republic, followed by the 1962 coin that continues the legacy of detailed craftsmanship. The 1966 coin showcases unique designs that celebrate South Africa's symbols and achievements, while the 1967 coin completes this vintage set, offering collectors a glimpse into the evolving style and significance of South African currency during this transformative decade. Perfect for enthusiasts, these coins capture both history and artistry in one timeless collection. Continue video please. Welcome to Coin Market Insider. In today's detailed episode, we are exploring one of the most historically significant coins from South Africa. The 1961 1-cent coin is not just a small denomination currency. It represents a major turning point in the history of a nation. This coin belongs to a period when South Africa officially became a republic. Coins issued during such transitions are always important for collectors because they reflect political identity, cultural change, and national direction. This video will provide complete analysis, including design history, symbolism, physical characteristics, collector demand, and realistic market value understanding. Historical background. The year 1961 is extremely important in South African history. South African Republic Referendum 1960. Following this referendum, South Africa ended its status under the British Crown and became an independent republic. Coins issued during this period were designed to represent a new national identity. They moved away from older colonial symbolism and focused on internal heritage and leadership. For collectors, coins from transition periods are always considered historically rich and desirable. Obverse design analysis. The obverse side of the coin features the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck. He was a Dutch colonial administrator and is known for establishing the first permanent European settlement at the Cape of Good Hope. His presence on the coin reflects the early historical foundation of South Africa. It also highlights how leadership figures were used to represent national origin and authority. The portrait is detailed and realistic, which shows the skill of the engraver. Obverse inscription meaning. The inscription on the obverse reads, "Eendrag maak mag, unity is strength." This phrase served as a national motto. It emphasizes unity as the foundation of national strength. From a collector perspective, coins with meaningful inscriptions are always more attractive because they carry deeper cultural and philosophical value. Designer information. The obverse was designed by Willie Meiberg. His design approach focused on clarity, authority, and realism. The portrait engraving reflects strong attention to detail, which enhances the artistic value of the coin. Reverse design analysis. The reverse side presents a clean and structured layout. It displays the denomination as 1C along with the country name South Africa and Suid-Africa. The use of two languages reflects the bilingual identity of the nation. This is important because it shows inclusivity and recognition of cultural diversity within the country. Reverse designer. The reverse side was designed by George Edward Kruger Gray. He was a highly respected designer who worked on coinage for multiple countries. His style is known for balance, readability, and long-term visual clarity. Metal composition and physical characteristics. The coin is made of bronze. Bronze is a durable metal, but it reacts with the environment over time. As a result, older coins often develop a darker tone known as patina. Patina is not always negative. In many cases, it adds character and authenticity to the coin. Collectors often prefer natural aging over artificial cleaning. Condition and grading importance. The value of any coin depends heavily on its condition. Coins are typically categorized as circulated, uncirculated, and proof. A circulated coin shows signs of wear such as scratches, faded design, and reduced sharpness. An uncirculated coin maintains its original detail and surface quality. Proof coins are specially made with a polished finish and are usually intended for collectors. Even a small difference in condition can significantly affect the market value. Rarity and availability. The 1961 1-cent coin is not extremely rare in general terms. However, high-grade examples are much harder to find. Coins that have remained in excellent condition for decades become rare because most coins are used in daily transactions. Collectors always search for coins that combine age with quality. Market value analysis. There are many exaggerated claims about extremely high values reaching millions of dollars. In reality, coin valuation is based on actual market data. Factors that influence value include condition, rarity, demand, and verified sales history. A standard circulated coin has a modest value. A high-grade coin can reach significantly higher prices depending on collector interest. Understanding real market behavior is essential to avoid misinformation. Collector demand. Collectors are interested in this coin for several reasons. It represents a major historical transition. It features a recognizable historical figure. It includes a meaningful national motto. It belongs to a classic bronze coin series. These factors make it a balanced collectible item. Authenticity check. To confirm authenticity, several factors should be examined. The weight should match standard specifications. The design should be sharp and clearly defined. The edges should be consistent and not irregular. Fake coins often lack detail and appear either too smooth or poorly engraved. Investment perspective. Coins like this are generally considered long-term collectibles rather than quick profit items. Collectors who focus on quality and preservation may see value appreciation over time. Proper storage and handling are important to maintain condition. Story and significance. Every coin carries a story. This coin tells the story of a nation transitioning into independence. It reflects leadership identity and cultural messaging. It represents a moment when history was being reshaped. Final thought. The 1961 South Africa 1-center coin is more than a simple piece of metal. It is a symbol of transformation, history, and national identity. For collectors, it holds both educational and collectible value. Transition. Now the next coin introduces a completely different design element. A smaller denomination but with a unique natural theme. Coin Market Insider, a South Africa 1/2 cent 1962. Introduction. The 1962 half-cent coin of South Africa is a unique coin in both design and collector interest. Despite its small denomination, this coin carries a rich historical and artistic significance. It represents the continuation of the South African coin series from the early Republic period. While many people ignore small coins like the half-cent, collectors value them for their rarity, historical meaning, and detailed design. This coin provides insight into the evolving national identity, artistic choices of the designers, and the daily life symbolism of the era. Historical background. The half-cent 1962 was issued just a year after South Africa officially became a republic. This period marked the nation's efforts to establish its currency identity while maintaining links to its colonial past. The obverse design continues the depiction of Jan van Riebeeck, a historical figure central to South African colonial history. South African Republic 1961. Coins issued during this time reflect a transition in design philosophy from colonial influence to a more locally meaningful iconography. Collectors appreciate coins that capture this political and cultural shift because they are tangible connections to historical events. Obverse design analysis. The obverse features a detailed portrait of Jan van Riebeeck. He is recognized as the commander of the Cape and founder of the early European settlement. The portrait is realistic and finely engraved, demonstrating careful craftsmanship. It continues the style used in earlier coins but with subtle refinements in engraving detail. Obverse inscription. The obverse carries the legend Eendrag maak mag. Unity is strength. This phrase reinforces the national motto emphasizing unity as the foundation for strength. The motto is bilingual and historically significant. It represents the political ideals of the period while connecting with cultural identity. Collectors value coins with meaningful inscriptions because they tell more than just monetary history. Obverse designer. The obverse was designed by Willy Meiberg. His engraving demonstrates precision realism and a strong sense of proportion. The continuity of his style across multiple coin issues adds to collector interest. Reverse design analysis. The reverse of the 1962 half-cent features a sparrow. House sparrow. The bird symbolizes simplicity, daily life, and the smaller aspects of society. This naturalistic depiction adds an artistic dimension that complements the historical portrait on the obverse. The inscription reads, 1/2 Coulomb South Africa Suid-Africa. Again, the bilingual presentation emphasizes inclusivity and cultural balance. Reverse designer. The reverse was designed by George Edward Kruger Gray. He was renowned for bringing clarity and elegance to coin design across multiple countries. The detailed rendering of the sparrow shows skillful use of space and texture, metal composition, and physical characteristics. The half-cent 1962 coin is composed of bronze, giving it durability and a long lifespan. Despite being a small denomination, the coin is well balanced in size and weight. Its lightweight does not reduce its collectability because small coins from this era are increasingly rare in high condition. Over time, the bronze develops patina, which is considered natural and adds authenticity. Collector preference often favors natural aging over artificial cleaning. Condition and grading. Condition is critical in evaluating the half-cent 1962. Circulated coins show wear, including faint design details and minor scratches. Uncirculated coins retain sharp features and original surface quality. Proof coins, though less common for small denominations, may occasionally exist in special collections and exhibit a mirror-like surface. Even minor differences in condition significantly affect market value. Rarity and collector interest. While the half-cent was minted in relatively large numbers, few coins have survived in perfect condition due to their small size and tendency to be used extensively in daily transactions. Collectors are particularly interested in these coins because they combine historical significance with delicate artistic details. The sparrow design on the reverse makes it aesthetically unique among small denomination coins. Market value analysis. Claims of extremely high dollar values are common online, but actual collector prices depend on verified sales and coin condition. Normal circulated half-cents are accessible in price for collectors. Coins in top condition or with unique features command premium prices. Understanding realistic market trends helps collectors make informed decisions and avoid misinformation. Authenticity check. When evaluating the half-cent 1962, collectors should check weight and size consistency, clarity of obverse portrait and inscriptions, precision and detail of the sparrow design, edge uniformity. Fakes often lack fine detail and may appear flat or incorrectly proportioned. Investment perspective. Small denomination coins like the half-cent should be viewed as long-term collectible asset. Coins that survive in high grade may increase in value over decade. Proper storage, minimal handling, and awareness of market trends are key for maintaining value. Story and significance. This coin tells the story of everyday life in South Africa during the early Republic period. The combination of Jan van Riebeeck on the obverse and the sparrow on the reverse reflects both the historical and natural environment. It represents a link between the governance of the nation and the simplicity of daily living. Final thought. The 1962 South Africa half-center is a coin of historical, artistic, and collectible importance. It demonstrates that even small coins can carry rich stories, design sophistication, and collector value. Collectors who understand its context can appreciate it as more than just a monetary unit. Now the next coin introduces a completely different design element. A smaller denomination but with a unique natural theme. Coin Market Insider, a South Africa 1 cent 1966. Introduction. The 1966 1-cent coin from South Africa is an important continuation of the country's early Republic coin series. It is smaller in denomination but carries both historical and artistic value. This coin reflects South Africa's coinage evolution and continued homage to Jan van Riebeeck, a key historical figure. Despite being modest in face value, this coin has become a collectible item for historians, numismatists, and investors who study long-term trends in South African coins. Historical background. The 1966 1-cent coin was issued during a period of consolidation for the Republic of South Africa. The early 1960s had seen the country establish its independent status, and coins issued during this time were designed to reflect national identity and heritage. Coins of this period demonstrate the balance between historical recognition and practical usage as currency. Collectors value coins from this era because they mark a historical timeline when design and political symbolism intersected. Obverse design analysis. The obverse features the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck. Jan van Riebeeck was commander of the Cape and a prominent figure in South African colonial history. His portrait reflects authority, realism, and continuity with previous coin designs. The obverse also contains the inscription, Suid-Afrika. This represents the nation's identity in the Afrikaans language and indicates the bilingual nature of coinage in South Africa during this period. Obverse designer. The obverse was designed by Thomas Sassine. Sassine's engraving style is characterized by clear detail, proportionate facial features, and strong historical representation. Collectors often evaluate the quality of engraving as an indicator of authenticity and artistic merit. Reverse design analysis. The reverse side features a sparrow, a design element that continues from previous issues. House sparrow. The sparrow represents everyday life, simplicity, and attention to the smaller aspects of society. The reverse inscription reads, 1C. TS. The initials TS indicate the designer Thomas Sassine, which is an important detail for collectors verifying authenticity. Metal composition and physical characteristics. The 1966 1-cent coin is composed of bronze, giving it durability and a substantial feel. Despite being small in size, it has enough weight to provide a tangible presence. Over time, the bronze may develop a natural patina, which adds character and is often preferred by collectors to indicate authenticity and age. Condition and grading importance. The condition of the coin is one of the most important factors in its value. Circulated coins show signs of wear, such as softened details and minor scratches. Uncirculated coins retain sharp design features and original surface quality. Proof coins are exceptionally rare in this denomination and would be highly desirable for specialized collectors. Condition grading directly impacts collector interest and market pricing. Rarity and collector interest. While this coin was produced in significant numbers, surviving examples in top condition are less common. Collectors are particularly interested in coins that demonstrate both historical importance and artistic detail. The sparrow design adds uniqueness compared to higher denomination coins, giving it aesthetic appeal in addition to historical value. Market value analysis. Many online sources exaggerate the potential value of this coin. In reality, the value is determined by condition, collector demand, and verified sales records. Normal circulated coins are moderately priced. Coins in high grade or with exceptional preservation can reach premium levels among collectors. Understanding realistic market trends helps investors make informed decisions. Authenticity check. To confirm authenticity, collectors should examine weight and dimensions of the coin. Sharpness of the obverse portrait and inscriptions, detail and texture of the sparrow design, consistency of the coin edge. Fake coins often show blurred details, disproportionate design, or irregular edges. Investment perspective. This coin is considered a long-term collectible asset. Collectors who maintain coins in excellent condition may see appreciation over decades. Proper storage and minimal handling are critical to preserving both condition and value. Story and significance. The 1966 1-cent coin demonstrates South Africa's continued respect for historical figures and careful coin design. Jan van Riebeek's portrait connects collectors to colonial history, while the sparrow emphasizes daily life and natural symbolism. This combination gives the coin both historical depth and artistic interest. Final thought. Although it is a 1-cent coin, its historical and artistic significance is far greater than its face value suggests. Collectors who understand its context and rarity can appreciate this coin as a significant piece of South African numismatic history. Transition. The next coin introduces a larger denomination with a completely different reverse design focusing on animals in the natural environment. Coin Market Insider, South Africa 2 cents 1967. Introduction. The 1967 2-cent coin of South Africa is a historically and artistically significant coin that stands out due to its unique reverse design. This coin is larger in denomination than the 1-cent and half-cent issues, and it features the depiction of a wildebeest, representing the nation's wildlife heritage. Despite its small face value, this coin is highly collectible for both historical context and its artistic portrayal of South African fauna. Collectors view it as a representation of a period in which national identity, natural heritage, and coin artistry were combined to create memorable currency. Historical background. The 1967 2-cent coin was issued during the consolidation phase of the Republic of South Africa. By this time, South African coinage had established its own national identity distinct from colonial influences. Coins issued during this period aimed to celebrate both historical figures and the natural environment. Collectors find coins from this era valuable because they show the combination of political, cultural, and environmental symbolism. Obverse design analysis. The obverse features a portrait of Jan van Riebeek. Jan van Riebeek was commander of the Cape and a key figure in South Africa's early European settlement. The portrait is finely engraved, showing a realistic and authoritative depiction. The obverse inscription reads, Suid-Afrika. This continues the bilingual tradition of South African coins, emphasizing Afrikaans identity on the obverse. Obverse designer. The obverse was designed by Thomas Sassine. His engraving style maintains historical accuracy and realism, while also providing strong clarity and proportional balance. Collectors often judge the quality of coins based on engraving precision, which Thomas Sassine's work demonstrates consistently. Reverse design analysis. The reverse of the coin features a depiction of a wildebeest. The wildebeest symbolizes strength, movement, and connection to the natural landscape of South Africa. This animal-themed reverse design is part of a broader tradition in South African coins of celebrating wildlife and the natural environment. The reverse inscription reads, Tusi, JVZ. The initials JVZ indicate the designer Jan van Zyl, who focused on capturing lifelike qualities in animal depictions. Reverse designer. The reverse designer, Jan van Zyl, is recognized for his skill in representing animals with naturalistic detail and careful composition. Collectors value coins that showcase clear artistry and wildlife representation because they stand out in both educational and aesthetic terms. Metal composition and physical characteristics. The 1967 2-cent coin is made of bronze, providing durability and a long lifespan. Its size and weight are slightly larger than the 1-cent coin, giving it a substantial presence in hand. Over decades, bronze coins naturally develop patina, which many collectors find desirable for authenticity and historical appearance. Condition and grading importance. Condition is critical in evaluating the 2-cent 1967 coin. Circulated coins will show signs of wear, softened details, and surface scratches. Uncirculated coins maintain original sharpness, detail, and surface finish. While proof coins are extremely rare for this denomination, any surviving examples would be of exceptional collector value. Even small differences in condition can significantly impact market value. Rarity and collector interest. The 2-cent 1967 coin was produced in large numbers. However, surviving high-grade specimens are rare because coins of this size were heavily used in everyday transactions. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin for its combination of historical importance and wildlife artistry. The wildebeest reverse distinguishes it from the smaller denomination coins, giving it both aesthetic and collectible appeal. Market value analysis. Market prices often fluctuate depending on condition, rarity, and verified sales history. Many exaggerated claims exist online about the coin's potential value, but collectors need to focus on realistic assessment. Circulated coins are accessible to most collectors. High-grade examples command premium prices, reflecting scarcity and desirability. Collectors should always consult verified auction records to determine realistic value. Authenticity check. To ensure authenticity, collectors should verify weight and dimension consistency, clarity and detail of the Jan van Riebeeck portrait, sharpness and realism of the wildebeest depiction, edge uniformity and smoothness. Fake coins often show blurred design elements or incorrect proportions. Investment perspective. The 1967 2-cent coin is considered a long-term collectible. Collectors who preserve coins in excellent condition may see appreciation over time. Proper storage, careful handling, and understanding of market trends are essential to maintain value. Story and significance. This coin combines historical commemoration with artistic representation of natural heritage. Jan van Riebeeck on the obverse represents historical leadership. The wildebeest on the reverse represents strength, endurance, and the South African landscape. Together these elements make the coin a meaningful collectible and an educational tool for understanding the era. Final thought. The 1967 2-cent coin is an excellent example of South African coinage that balances history, artistry, and collectability. Its face value does not reflect the importance of its design or historical relevance. Collectors who study the coin understand it as a representation of political identity, wildlife appreciation, and national artistry.